What are payment terms? Or more specifically, what are the requirements for payment on an invoice sent by a business to a customer or client requesting payment? In this video, we're going to talk about some of the most common terms or provisions used requesting payment. First off, PIA. This is an acronym you will routinely see on an invoice. It stands for Payment in Advance. This is relatively obvious. It requires payment prior to shipment or delivery of goods or service. Net 30, 60, 90 means that payment should be made within the stated period. So net 30 means payment should be made within 30 days. This is oftentimes combined with a percentage discount, then a net period of payment. So say 1%, 10, net 30. That would say a 1% discount if you pay within the first 10 days of receipt of invoice. If not, then the entire amount is due 30 days from receipt of invoice. So 1%, 1% discount if you pay within that 10-day period. Next, EOM, end of month. So whatever month you're in, if the invoice states EOM, the due date is the end of that respective month. 15, MFI, and 15 is just an example. You can change this number accordingly, but it's the date in the month following the invoice date. So 15 MFI simply means the 15th of the following month. So say I invoice you in June, 15 MFI, then by the 15th of July, I expect payment. Okay. So next, COD. This is cash on delivery, meaning payment must be made on delivery. Now, generally, this is not necessarily cash, but it is a form of cash equivalent payment due at the time of delivery of a good or service. Okay. Cash next delivery. This is usually on recurring installment contracts where you're delivering multiple installments of a good or service. And so you pay for the previous shipment or delivery or provision of services at the time of the delivery of the next batch. So before you can receive that next batch, you pay for the previous batch. Okay. Cash before shipment. Again, this is very similar to pay in advance, but prior to goods being shipped, you can place an order. Oftentimes they are manufactured, things of that nature, but before they will actually be put into the chain of shipment or the supply chain, that they must be paid for. Okay, CIA, this is similar to payment in advance. Cash in advance, it's just a bit more specific in terms of the type of liquidity required in the payment. Okay, cash with order. This means before the order will even be processed. So nothing happens until payment is made, then the order is processed. So again, a bit more specific. Forward dating means that you'll be invoiced after receipt of the order. Generally, this is between businesses that have a continued or ongoing relationship. And then accumulation discounts. These are specific discounts that you get based upon the size of the order. So it will state specifically a percentage discount or a volume discount or a per unit item discount that you get based upon the size of the order. Okay. Next, a partial payment discount. Again, this is an allowed payment upfront for receipt of the goods, with the rest of the payment being deferred until a later period of time. So you get a discount generally on the payment upfront with financing of the remainder over a longer period of time. A rebate is amount you get returned to you for the purchase. It is generally some type of promotional thing where if you purchase a specific item or you purchase a specific series of items, then they will give you the money back. It's oftentimes done when you have a distributor or retailer of a good who will receive some type of rebate from the manufacturer or distributor of the good, and some of that amount that they receive back from the manufacturer or distributor is then transferred to the purchaser as a type of incentive for purchase. Contra, that is an offset of anything owed to the purchaser by the seller. So the invoice notes that whatever is owed on the invoice, the amount owed to the seller is offset by that amount, so a lesser amount. And these are some of the primary payment terms that you will see associated with an invoice.